Hello, I'm Jean Ferré. I'm the Vice President of Airspace Mobility Solution at Thales, and I'm delighted to be here to talk about economic aspects of innovation in aviation, in particular in the context of this COVID-19 crisis and its impact on how our industry is changing. I'd like to start by mentioning, highlighting what is kind of like a paradox in our industry. From the early days, from the drawing of Léonard de Vinci, from the first plane of Clément Ader, it's always been about women and men who were trying new ideas, who were actually trying complete new things, new paradigm to simply fly and then take it to the next level in terms of how far, how fast, how many people could fly. And all this has been at the center of the aviation industry, if you say. And so it's still quite vivid today. And we at Thales, whether it's in avionics or whether it's in the airspace mobility solution systems, we live it every day. We are a bunch of engineers always trying to invent new things to improve everything that has to do with aviation. And today we are working on, together with all the industry and all the stakeholders, on zero carbon planes, on improvement of trajectories, on so many new things, pilotless cockpits one day, control systems that can detect and prevent a lot of the potential disruption in the traffic. And this is all about, I would say, the people that are building and running this industry, innovating. At the same time, as aviation has become more and more a huge economic sector and also has allowed many, many people to fly, protecting the life of those that fly has become more and more important. And in that respect, a lot of regulation has been put in place to make sure that people could fly safely. That regulation that we call safety is, of course, really very important. It's protecting all of us when we fly. But for those who are inventing new things, it puts a lot of pressure on how you can invent because you have to comply by those safety rules. And at the same time, again, our sector has become so strategic in many sectors, whether it's geopolitical, whether it's economical relation, whether it's sometimes military equilibrium between countries. And so necessarily a lot of geopolitical regulation between countries on who could fly, where and how has been put in place. And there again, it puts some economic pressure and a lot of rules that you cannot break when you're flying. And that is even more constraint that you have to incorporate when you want to innovate. So we are in a sector with a lot of rules and regulation for the good of all, but that still keeps on innovating. And that's what I like to call the paradox. And this is exactly where we were before this COVID-19 crisis, trying to push it to the next level to deliver more and more capacity while staying safe at the best possible cost. And then we got hit by this COVID-19 crisis. And it has indeed changed a lot of things because suddenly, in a few days or in a few weeks, traffic almost disappeared. And everything that we knew for sure that it was all about growth suddenly disappeared. And the silent noise about the negative externalities attached to aviation, the impact on environment, became louder and louder. And people started to say, well, you can fly again after the crisis, but make sure that you fly differently, that you have a better understanding and management of the environmental impact. And at the same time, a lot of companies and government have been hit by this crisis from an economical perspective. So definitely, we have to restart the industry, but we also have to be cautious that it won't be at any cost. And so this is actually a fantastic case for change. And in a way, this is exactly, without knowing it, what companies like Thales have been preparing for in the last few years, investing billions in the digital space, buying specific technologies, companies, developing digital factories, developing MVPs of new concept, developing drones technology, developing cloud-based UTM systems. And today, it's all about this digital shift to be able to embrace this new, I would say, approach to aviation. On one side, from the cockpit to the ATM systems, it's much more an agile, product-driven approach where we have to be able to propose new concept of operation, new products to our stakeholders in the industry. And this is exactly what we do at Thales. And while doing this, we actually are able to propose systems at a better cost, with better flexibility, and also with much more enhanced capacity, where we can slowly incorporate all the technologies and goodness that comes with artificial intelligence, cloud, and big data. On the other side of the fence, on completely disruptive sectors like flying drones or managing the traffic with civilian drones, we can see fully cloud-based systems that are now highly effective, working in partnership with telco operators. And we also at Thales are very active in that space. And what's really exciting is that this new space of drones is allowing us to experiment very cost-effective ways of managing traffic of flying aircraft. It's not ready yet for traditional aviation, but it helps understand where traditional aviation can try to project itself. And so, in a way, this crisis, of course, it's not something nobody would have wanted, but it's actually helping us go much faster as an industry towards a place where we will be able to have a safer and greener aviation and much more cost effective. And so it's not all for the good, but there is some goodness in all of that.